Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
The Niger Delta Development Commission (Nddc) is working on plans to roll out more sustainable economic empowerment programs to benefit youths in the Niger Delta. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Nddc, Dr. Samuel Ogboku, gave the hint at an interactive session with youths drawn from 9 states comprising the Niger Delta region recently in Port Harcourt.
Figures released by the National Bureau of Statistics in the last 10 years indicate that oil-producing states in the Niger Delta have the highest unemployment rates in the country. The records also show that youths account for the highest number of unemployed persons in the region. In time past, the Nddc had rolled out several economic empowerment programs designed to provide youths with requisite skills and capital to become self-employed. In spite of this intervention, youth unemployment rates have been on the increase over the years. Rising to the occasion, current board of the Nddc is designing more sustainable economic empowerment programs that would promote entrepreneurship in the Niger Delta. At an interactive session with youth representatives of ethnic groups in the region recently in Port Harcourt, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Nddc, Dr. Samuel Ogboku, sought their input to get better options that would address the problem of youth unemployment in the region.
In the past, it is the management that sit and plan for you. And sometimes maybe when they sit and plan for you, maybe sometimes the person planning embeds his own interest inside, don't you so? And so his interest sometimes overrides that of even the beneficiaries. So we feel this time around, it has to be all encompassing. We are both the beneficiaries and those in the management must also plan some of these things together so that it will be more sustainable. So that where we are failing, we have to hold ourselves responsible. So that you cannot be pointing, accusing fingers just at the management. You must also accept responsibility and you must also share responsibility.
The Nddc has also introduced a youth internship scheme that will provide job placement for youths in companies that have already indicated interest to go into public-private partnership with the Commission in the development of critical infrastructure across the Niger Delta. At the interactive session, the Nddc boss also hinted that a Niger Delta Chamber of Commerce was in the offing to raise a new crop of youth entrepreneurs in the region.
This program is going to be a program for the youths of the Niger Delta, young entrepreneurs, because we want to encourage entrepreneurship. And it is not just keep giving you handouts every day. That will just call you, sit down, we'll give you handout. The day you agitate, we'll call you again, we'll give you handout. We don't want that kind of relationship. We want the kind of relationship that when you're doing well, you can also invite us to come and commission your business.
At the end of the interactive session, participants described the new approach to employment generation for youths as novel and inspiring.
Nddc is an intervention agency, so this is a process to chart the way forward. And like you have seen, everyone is speaking their minds, and the MD is kind enough to provide them with answers one after the other. And I am sure at the end of this interactive session, we'll be able to wrap up a lot of things and we'll move on and we'll get to the right part of life.
If you do not want to be honest, if you do not want to be sincere, you can just sit at the comfort of his own home and probably call some few leaders and say, oh, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do, But here we are today. People were drawn from various ethnic groups across Niger Delta. And for what we witnessed from his own speech, I saw some level of sincerity, some level of honesty, and we hope to see more of this.
Youth leaders present at the just concluded interactive meeting in Port Harcourt also promised to support the current Nddc board to succeed, as they are convinced that it has come to make a difference in their lives.
Inside the Niger Delta,